At the party organized to welcome the company's new Latino VIP clients, the Latino employees prepared a special show to celebrate them. However, just before the presentation began, they realized something unexpected. The CEO's wife was none other than the ex-girlfriend of Pedro, one of the employees who was set to sing. The news spread like wildfire backstage, and everyone began to worry. No one knew how Pedro would react to seeing her, or what the CEO's reaction would be if he noticed anything strange. The tension grew even more when Pedro's turn came. When he walked onto the stage, all eyes were on him, and on Isabel. Pedro, seeing Isabel with her husband, paled. The blood drained from his face as if the years hadn't passed, as if time, cruel and cynical, was dragging him back to the moment he lost her. Visibly nervous, he barely managed to hold the microphone steady. Still, he decided to sing, not out of bravery, but because he couldn't do anything else. The music began to flow, soft, melancholic. It was an old ballad, one of those that seemed to hold fragments of the singer's soul. Each note seemed to weigh on his chest, each word an open wound. Pedro began to sing, his voice breaking, as if each verse cost him his soul. His eyes inevitably met Isabel's. Sitting next to the CEO, her husband, she was also looking at him. Not coldly, not reproachfully, but with that kind of look you only get once in a lifetime. A mixture of nostalgia, tenderness, and silent guilt. She held her breath, as if she too felt the song was a bridge between what they were and what they never ceased to be. You're gone. So sad I am without you. I approach the window of memory. It's not easy to forget when you know how to love. If you live to give yourself without reservation, I gave you all the nights of my love, and I live to bring you closer. Isabel, that distance sometimes does no good. Today I know that if you come back again, I will be so convinced of your love. I know that even if I take you away, you will have to come back every time again. Pedro sang, his voice trembling but sincere. In that instant, the entire room disappeared for them. Only the melody remained, the memory, and a truth never spoken, resonating between the notes. His companions looked at him tensely. The room, once filled with laughter and raised glasses, had become a scene of emotion. Contained. The CEO, oblivious to the past floating in the air, smiled politely, not noticing the trembling in his wife's hands or her gaze fixed on Pedro. Pedro closed his eyes for a moment, as if seeking strength within himself. And then, without stopping the song, he smiled with a serene sadness, and let go. Today I sing to you without reproaches, without chains, thank you for what was, and for what will no longer be. When he finished, the silence was so profound it hurt. Then, applause erupted. Isabel lowered her gaze. Pedro gave a slight bow, and left the stage, his heart beating like a drum.